Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 21. Continued. Lines of Loyalty. As Kid sits in her truck outside Natalie's apartment building, the weight of the young girl's situation settles heavily between them. Natalie's tear-streaked face is illuminated by the dim streetlights, her fingers clutching the photo she had saved from the fire, the last tangible piece of her past. Kid doesn't press for details. Instead, she simply opens the passenger door and says, "Get in." For a moment, Natalie hesitates, her pride warring with desperation. But exhaustion wins, and she slides into the seat, hugging herself as if she could physically hold the broken pieces together. Kid doesn't offer empty reassurances. She just starts the engine. "We'll figure it out," she says, and for the first time in a long time, Natalie lets herself believe it. Severide's Dilemma. Truth or Loyalty. Back in Chicago, Severide paces outside Pascal's office, the damning OVI report burning a hole in his pocket. Lieutenant Vale's testimony had painted Pascal as a man caught between duty and love, but Severide knows the fire department doesn't operate on sentiment. If Pascal covered up Hendricks' mob ties to protect Monica, did that make him complicit? Or just human? Van Meter's voice echoes in his head. That tool in the fuel line was CFT issued, Kelly. This was personal. Severide's gut says Pascal didn't do it, but his gut also remembers Miami. The whispers, the closed-door meetings, Monica's fear. He pulls out his phone and dials the one person who might have answers. Stella. The call goes to voicemail. Violet's Crossroads. At Molly's, Violet nurses a beer, replaying Flynn's words. "You could be so much more." The sting isn't in the rejection. It's in the realization that he never saw her. Not really. Carver's text about the newspaper article had been casual, but the subtext was clear. "I'm still here." She debates responding when the door opens, and to her surprise, Gallo slides onto the stool beside her. "Rough shift?" he asks, eyeing her untouched drink. Violet exhales, just realizing some people don't get it, that this, she gestures to her uniform, isn't a stepping stone. It's the dream. Gallo nods. Their loss. The simplicity of his support makes her smile. Herman's unexpected win. Across the bar, Herman clinks glasses with Mausch, Ritter, and Cruz. "To Pascal," he says, shaking his head. "Guy wrote me a glowing recommendation before I even asked." "Maybe he's not so bad," Cruz offers. Mauch scoffs, "Or he's buttering you up before the OFI raid." The laughter dies when Severide walks in, his expression grim. Herman sobers. "That bad?" Severide grabs a beer. "We'll see." The road trip detour. On the highway back to Chicago, Natalie finally speaks. "I thought she'd be different." Kid keeps her eyes on the road. "Parents disappoint you. Sometimes they don't mean to. Sometimes they just can't be who you need." Natalie's voice is small. "What do I do now?" Kid doesn't hesitate. "You stay with us." Pascal's Reckoning. The next morning, Severide confronts Pascal at HQ. "Hendricks' old crew is in town," he says bluntly. "They've got motive to frame you." Pascal's jaw tightens. "You think I don't know that?" "Then give me something to work with," Severide snaps. "Because right now, OFI sees a chief with a vendetta and a fuel line with CFD tools all over it." Pascal slams a file on the desk, a list of Hendricks' known associates. "Start here." Kid's decision. At the firehouse, Kid helps Natalie settle into the bunk room. "Just until we find something permanent," she says, but the way Natalie clings to her duffel bag tells her this might be longer. Severide finds her later, leaning against the rig. "You okay?" Kid sighs. "I just keep thinking, what if no one had been there for me when I was her age?" Severide kisses her temple. "Good thing you were." The twist. A new player. That night, OFI traces the tool to a retired firefighter, one with ties to Hendricks. Van Meter calls Severide. Pascal's clean. But someone's sending a message. As the pieces click, Severide realizes the truth. This was never about revenge. It was a warning. Final scene. The calm before the storm. The episode ends with Kid and Severide on the roof of the firehouse, the city lights stretching below them. Natalie sleeps inside, safe for now. "You think Pascal's really out of the woods?" Kid asks. Severide watches a distant siren flash. "No, but we're not done yet."